This looks like a job for a very special edition of Ask the Author Friday. What is Ask the Author Friday? I am a local author. Ask the Author Friday is the fireside chat for you and I to go back and forth. I have a few questions. I give a few answers. Let's have some fun. If you have questions for future weeks, hit the comment section. Thanks. Favorite slasher icon. Favorite slasher icon. I finally sat through a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I'm somewhere in the middle of the first Friday the 13th. But my favorite slasher icon is still probably Michael Myers. And I had very little use for the Halloween franchise after the first movie, but my favorite slasher icon is probably Michael Myers. Still a solid question. Favorite Christmas special? In loving memory of Mr. Jules Bass of Rankin Bass Films. Favorite Christmas special? My surviving grandmother introduced my sister and I to Frosty the Snowman growing up. Obviously the original Frosty, this guy. Now that I have this collection, Rudolph is one that I honestly watch every year. But I think memories of Frosty are memories of watching Frosty have put this one at the top of the list. I'll still watch Frosty and Rudolph every year at least once, but Frosty would probably be my favorite. National Novel Writing Month or No Shave November? I'm doing both, because I be like that. No Shave November is, I think in honor of beating cancer. I think National Novel Writing Month is to prove that I can do a 50,000 word novel in a month. Let's go. Toss out one video game idea. One video game idea. Just one, huh? Okay. I could see a Masters of the Universe video game in the style of at least Soul Calibur. Not quite Mortal Kombat. Soul Calibur. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe versus Skeletor and his evil warriors. We can start with the Revelations. We can start with them looking like the Revelations characters. And then expansion packs could include Filmations, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, She-Ra, the Great Rebellion and the Evil Horde, even the Thundercats and their enemies. Play our cards right for a fourth expansion pack, and I could honestly see Thundar the Barbarian, Ukla the Mock, Princess Ariel, and at least Gemini, Thundar's only return enemy. Yeah, I'd play that. I'd definitely play it after the Filmation expansion packs that I just suggested came out. Yeah. And I have no real beef with Revelations. I mean, I watched it. It was very nice to see like Goatman and Blast Attack and Blade and Andra and all kinds of characters from Masters of the Universe lore that were just not on the Filmation cartoon suddenly become part of Revelations. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, back to the original question about a video game idea. Masters of the Universe in the style of Soul Calibur. Yeah, I'd play that. Which 80s cartoon deserves a theatrical release first? So many. I mean, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have all had their chance. For various reasons, they've all blown it. This guy is long overdue for a good movie. This gal has never had any theatrical release. Put them both together on one screen, and remember that they're supposed to be brother and sister. Try to follow that lore, and you've got an epic on your hands. I'd probably watch that. I mean, again, I say this guy's got a pretty bad track record for theatrical releases. Wait a minute. Was Secret of the Sword ever actually released in theaters? I can't remember. I would have been too young to watch it. But we're talking about live action, not animation either. They've been promising us this movie for a good 2, 3, 4 years now. Come on, Hollywood. Whatever you choose, keep it out of the hands of Michael Bay. Keep this movie out of Michael Bay's hands. I have spoken. And I probably speak for many vintage animation nerds. Yep, eventually I'd like to see. Eventually, I think I could see the Centurions with a film of their within theatrical release. One of these days, yes. One of these days, I wanna see Bravestar on the big screen. Again, the film has to do the actual property, the actual original work justice, not treated as complete camp, or any campier than it was on TV. One of these days, these guys deserve a movie. Eventually. One of these days. But before the Silverhawks, Thundercats is long overdue. Yes, this is from the late 2000. This is the one from the late 2000s, or even early, or even 2010. I'm talking about the one from '85. The Thundercats that eventually led to Silverhawks. And this is definitely the most popular franchise that I just named, besides He-Man and She-Ra. And honestly, in memory of Jules Bass and of Rankin Bass, who put the original Thundercats and Silverhawks on the air, I think it's time. Ooh, Thundar the Barbarian. I'd like to see a theatrical release of Thundar one of these days, or of Cops, Central Organization of Police Specialists. Cops might be the easiest to make without royally messing it up. I mean, it's based on Earth, and it's cops versus crooks. The cops and crooks, respectively, had high-tech gadgetry, it seemed like. But I stand behind the iconic franchise that deserves its own movie first. Thundercats. Alright. This has been Ask the Author Friday. That was a great Ask the Author Friday. We saved the day. And this looks like a job for a reporter. Total civilian reporter. See you next week. Ask the Author Friday.